Wind speed, well, there's little wind to speak of. You only have to look at the Paralympic flag towards the competition schedule for this morning's session. And we begin in the field with shot put final, long jump final and discus final. And then around about 10:15, where we will turn our attention to the track. Let's scroll through to the second page, and we finished this morning with round one of the men's 800 T12.
Good morning, everybody. The very first final to start this morning is the men's shot put, F11, F12. The start list is displayed on the scoreboard, and amongst the athletes competing, throwing third is Sebastian Baldassari of Argentina, the American record holder. And then throwing ninth from Australia, we have Russell Short, the Oceania record holder. David Casino of Spain is throwing 11th. He won the discus yesterday. He's the defending shot put champion and the world record holder. From the Ukraine, we have Vasyl Lishinsky, bronze medalist in 2008. And the Russian, throwing in 16th position, is Vladimir Adryshenko, the silver medalist from 2008. 21 competitors entered. Each of them has 3 throws in that shot put circle, and then the top 8 have 3 more. So that's the men's shot put F11, F12, our first final in the stadium this morning.
Well, a very good morning to you from the audio description service. My name is Chris Temple. I will be guiding you through this morning's session in a sun-soaked Olympic Stadium, along with my colleagues Paul Dickinson and Adrian Christmas, who you'll have heard already over the stadium commentary feed. We're doing our best to bring you the best of the action on a very busy morning schedule, which is due to last, 2¼ hours or so, from 10 o'clock. We've just ticked to 10 o'clock now, through till around about midday. As we've just heard Paul say, men's shot put final is first up. 21 competitors just preparing.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the women's discus F35-36.
First victory ceremony right now, which is remembered up in the background, is for the women's discus F35-36.
Please welcome your medalists. The medals will be presented by Mr. Ed Warner, Chairman of the International Paralympic Committee, Athletics, who is accompanied by Mr. Greg Nugent, Director of Brand, Marketing and Culture for Lola. Ladies and gentlemen, the bronze medalist, representing Australia, Catherine Proudfoot. the silver medalist, representing Ukraine, Maria Pomazan. And ladies and gentlemen, the gold medalist and Paralympic champion, representing People's Republic of China, Wu Xin. Ladies and gentlemen, as is customary, will those who are able please stand for the national anthem of the People's Republic of China.
Next to go in the shot put circle, the America's record.
The medal ceremony is at 35.
Yeah.
So that's 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Is that okay? So I do here, then I walk there, across there.
Argentina,
Fantastic.
who is in the circle, bringing up today. This is an F11 and F12 competition in the men's shot put, which of course is for athletes with visual impairment. A reminder of the classifications if you are new to Paralympic athletics. This is 11 to 13 for athletes with visual impairments. Class 20, the athletes with intellectual impairment. Category B to 3 is for athletes with cerebral palsy. 40 to 46, that's for ambulatory athletes with loss of mobility and deficiency. Classes 3 to 5 are for wheelchair racers or field athletes throwing from a seated position. So we'll keep you up to date as we go through the particular events.
The overall scores were worked out on the points table. Just pause for a moment for Abdi Al-Sadi, Iran.
Paul Dickinson's just been saying over the stadium PA, because this is a mixed category event, we have two classifications within one here. That's because there aren't enough athletes in either category to have their own competitions. They are put together into one single category, the F11 and 12. Therefore, to make it fair, rather than whoever throws the furthest distance being the winner, there was a calculation made on RASA, which is a points classification tariff, and therefore the winner is the one who scores the most points relative to how far they threw for their particular class. So to pluck some random figures out of the sky, if somebody threw 20 metres and the second goes first and threw 17 metres, it may not necessarily be the one who threw 20 metres that wins. It depends on their level of impairment, and therefore the tariff, which has been specially formulated over many years, very scientific. And there is, so we'll keep you bang up to date with that as the men's shot put continues. We've had 3 throws so far. That's Al-Sadi and Ryan, 10 metres 99 feet in these early stages. Just looking around to our right at the brilliance of the stadium, the giant Paralympic flag and the Union Jack flag, which are waving just in front of the Olympic cauldron, just away to my right, in front of the big scoreboard. Fluttering, I would say at about 50%, if that gives you an idea. Sort of hanging down at a 45-degree angle. So there is some breeze in the stadium out there today, but the sun beating down two athletes are just lining up on the track away to my left, preparing for the first track event. They'll go through some warm-ups in a moment.
Next event to start is another final on the far side of the arena. Men's long jump, FF46. This is just a single category event, so essentially the longest distance wins. No points involved here. As the list is one of the distancing competitors, we've noticed a world record 7 meters 58, Paralympic record 7:23. As the first competitor from the United States, please welcome Paralympic. Technology's lifetime best 16:44. Next, can we please welcome from Indonesia? Lifetime best at 16:13, Setia. Next, we come to a very special competitor indeed, the defending champion, the world champion,
silver medalist in Beijing in China 4 years ago.
On your mark.
Personal best 14:38. He is the fastest in this field. Seaman of the USA, Matsuoka of Japan, Bani Hasham of UAE, Intasin of Thailand, and Jung of Korea complete the lineup on the start line.
Set.
Discus competitors are just celebrating their first throws in the F35, F36 category. I would expect Wenbo Wang of China, who is the world record Paralympic champion, to come out on top in that. Not the furthest this season. Said his world Paralympic record in 2008. To left as I look, white top blue shorts, big scissor kick as he lands in the pit. Asumani has 6 metres 12 to beat to take the early lead. That's well short of his World Paralympic record, which is 7 metres and 58. Good looking start from Asumani, and that looks to be there or thereabouts at 7 metres. So another look at that on the replay screen. Really good scissor kick from Asumani. Circle, purple framing with a white netting circling it. Of course, the field event influence are being fetched by minutes. Zooming around the outfield, picking up the discuses and bringing them back to the field judges. So the Frenchman's lining up on the start line for heat 2 of the 100 metre T53. Beach athletes, and a full rundown.
On your mark.
6 of them moving forward to the start line. Come understand the first 3 run the way through to the final to join Great Britain's Mickey Bushell a short time ago. Men's 100 metres T54.
Check.
Number 2. Silver Seaman. Paralympics London 2012 t-shirts, beige trousers, marching along in single file with the black briefcases. International sit out in the sun. The stadium, means medalist from Beijing 5 years ago. The three qualified, first three automatically qualifying for tomorrow night's final, plus the mixed fastest loser. The athletes line up on the far side of the starters' orders. 1500 metres, the athletes relatively single file. David Williams managed to see second and third positions. 17, the winning time for Marcel from Switzerland. And David Lear. Liu of China, Hanawake of Japan, Ayudi of Tunisia, and Honma of yellow bit fides, right, because it is on the last short watch visually impaired horse. They swing past us for the first time, and it's Hamalak off Polish, it's Hamalak. Just cast the line, a small forward effect, and he's wheelchair, and the ball is going out of shape. Spectacular sight as they go past, but firmly in the air of Australia, he's tucked in third as they van going away to our right. Australia session when 24 to around 12. Next action on the track. The third semi-finals for the Paralympics, which has been introduced last week. Slightly more as they cross the line now. Still Kim Korea is the leader. Australia, France and George as well. Just waiting to make them 800 metres in 1 minute 50 seconds, just over the halfway through. Straight to Kim of Korea. Just takes a look up at the big screen as he makes his way down the back, just to ascertain what exactly is going on behind him. He's edging out to get themselves into a decent position. So it's Kasoli of France who's tucked in behind Kim of Korea. As they meet Joshua George in third position as they come past me again in the home straight. And this time they win it bell. Again, a couple of them looking to get themselves into a decent position to strike. That's what they're doing on the lap to go. So it's Kim from Kasoli. Now takes the outside watch in, so the fastest in the field. Now a significant move being made down the outside. Joshua George it is, who's right up alongside Kim now. The Chinese athlete who's gone to the front, that's Liu. So Liu has gone to the front, Joshua George just tucked in behind in third position. So it's Kim and Liu, Korea and China respectively, side by side as they have 150 metres to go. Swing into the home straight now, Kim on the right on the inside. China on the outside and Joshua George there, the first three. They come down with 50 metres still to go. Joshua George head down, pumping down the outside, looking to get there on the line and he will do. T12 semi-final. There'll be 2 of those. And the final is tomorrow night, where Paralympics legend will line up in the first 11 to tell you more about that very shortly indeed. It's probably the final. Luke in Balahan of Thailand, David Liu of China, Randani of the UAE, Yamamoto of Japan, Hongjen of Thailand, despite all that he was in 7 fastest overall, Kim of Korea, also certainly Luke. Second page of qualifiers, Aaron Pipe of the USA, Yu, China, Kasolo of France, George of the USA. It's showing all 16 of the athletes up on the screen. Safely through David Wood, Josh Beasley,
Sürekli prosta. Kırık budget mi? Koloza bakın. Yarın sabah da bakın. This was up late, Dietz of Germany leads, 38-54 minutes. Just getting prepared on the track, still to go. First senior woman, the women's 400 metres in the T12 classification, which is for usually there will be 4 competitors in this, 3 of whom will run with the guide runner in the field. Champions yesterday, Terezinha Guilherme from Brazil, which will be 2 competitors.
30 metres, not particularly amused with that one. The Croatian athlete Vidovic, I'm not sure that will improve on his 36 metres at 20. You know, pretty quickly looking at his facial expression, which was a grimace of disappointment. And that one is going on probably around about 33 metres. That's about 32 metres in 16 minutes. Distance for Vidovic. Great ball on the far side for the long jump. Again, as the competitor down the runway is Alan Akpakpo of France, is looking to get himself back into the medal positions, but he won't do it with that one because that is a red flag. Akpakpo of France. Here we come to the next event on the track. Silva, Zhu, Portugal, Wilhelmina. First one automatically.
Set. Stand up, please. Stand up.
Instruction for the athletes to stand up. It wasn't a full start actually because the gun didn't go. We're going to have a reset from here. We'll wait and see. Two of whom are running in the guide. Silva of Angola on the inside. Wilhelmina of Brazil. It's lane 3. There is vacant between them. The runner without a guide is Portugal.
Set.
Two semi-finals, both jumping in Ukraine, and they're coming away, trying to lead us to go. yellow pitch to hold position there at the lead. Very short mid event. It's a long jump with Malaysia on the 20 changed actually for this new China. It's just 7 metres extra. Discus competition now coming towards its climax. If you look at the Croatia, the current rise is 7th in the state of the ground in this region. In half the top side of Croatia first. The 6 were 8 points up. He needs to see where he is to get up to another position to know, isn't it? But 30 metres, so no better success for Adrian Vidovic of Croatia today. He's going to finish down around about 7th or 8th position with a best of 36 metres and 20, which is about 2.5 metres off the lead. The athletes and guides standing by. To my right, just down to my right, in fact, the 4 competitors who are in this 400 metres T12. So details on the long jump. They are into the 5th round, as you heard also there. Liu of China is the jumping around 3 or 4 jumps time, looking to extend his lead, which is currently 6 centimetres.
Stand up, please. Stand up.
With problem with Stefanini. Competitors told to stand up. Just quite ready there. So just right on the so soon as the start of the second. Just like delay to the start of the second semi-final. 100 metres. This has been a real change in the last three competitors have registered red flags. Those they wrapped up the front of the circle. And up to measured.
Lane 1,
currently in 5th position, only 50 centimetres outside the medals, and he actually is proud as well. That's going to be his medal hopes as well. He will be frustrated with being short of the this circle will be Ryan of China. That's a long jump back into the pit on the far side. Let's just update you exactly who that is. That's Hassanov from Azerbaijan, currently third with 6 metres and 53. Can he trouble the top two positions with that jump over European Bulgar on 6 metres and 53? That's here. Scored on the far side is 6:44. So no improvement from Hassanov, who remains in third position. Straight over the women's 400 metres T12, second semi-final. And we'd expect Asima El-Hamoumi in front as in lane number 3, the world record holder. The champion striding past the runner to her outside, Stefanini of Italy. As they go halfway down the back straight, and we've got automatic qualifying. El-Hamoumi has made great progress here. On the inside, it's Velasco from Mexico. The two runners on the outside, Sedlakova of the Czech Republic is probably trailing out of the four at the moment, and Stefanini to come through on the inside as the stagger begins to take effect. Coming around towards the home straight now, it's El-Hamoumi of France, facing the number 2, which is 20 or so metres good. On the inside of the second, it's Velasco of Mexico, have a line of block, and third it's Stefanini, and Sedlakova on the outside in fourth. But it's El-Hamoumi who is 20 metres clear here. As she comes up towards the line, she will step up now, it's on 55.51. Keep an eye for the second one of Velasco of Mexico. Tight on the line, with fourth place is Stefanini of Italy, just ahead of Sedlakova of the Czech Republic. Did El-Hamoumi just left back 55.5. Did Velasco manage to beat the time? Just outside the time. Unfortunately, should get her as the second fastest medal. It's 58.86. Pressure-free free throw here for Sebastian Dietz. Launches it out now. Between 30 and 40 metres. He takes the ball on the ground. Sebastian Dietz is the Paralympic champion. Sweden in lane 8. First 3 qualify.
On your mark.
All British eyes on Jade Jones as they're called to their marks. They wheel a couple of inches forward to position their front wheel on the line. They stay in lanes, remember, for the whole of this 400 metres. A great start on the inside from Amanda Kachacha of Finland. A magnificent start. She's already up on Jade Jones in these very early stages. So Kachacha with a flying start probably is the leader at the inside, but some good work from Christina Schwab in lane 4 as well, just leaving Diane Roy behind at the moment as they go down the back straight. Christina Schwab down the back straight is probably the leader in the red of the USA, with Diane Roy and Zhu of China. Jade Jones of Great Britain in it with a pink wheelchair. He's probably in about 6th position at the moment. Kachacha on the inside for Finland, but it's Schwab of the USA in red who swings round in lane number 5.
It looks like
Zhu of China heads the field as they come into the home straight now. It's Zhu of China. Just outside her is Diane Roy. Kachacha, the flying start on the inside. They look like being the first 3. So Zhu of China from Diane Roy, and it's going to be close on the line, and it's just Kachacha. And Jade Jones finishing in 6th position for Great Britain. And Patricia Keller of Switzerland bringing up the rear. So Zhu of China, Diane Roy of Canada, and Kachacha of Finland, who flew out of the start. They look to be the 3 automatic qualifiers. Disappointing run for Christina Schwab. Confirmed on the big screen now that Zhu the winner in a personal best of 56.23. Diane Roy 57.11 in second. And Kachacha of Finland, the 3rd automatic qualifier, also in a personal best of 58.06.
Diane Roy and Amanda Kachacha.
There's certainly no disgrace for Jade Jones, who at the age of 16 has got plenty of time to make an impact in future years, and great for her, I'm sure. Great experience to be competing at her first Paralympics here in her home country in Great Britain. Okay, we're starting up in the men's long jump, the F46 final, where Liu of China, remember, is the leader with 7.15. It's a Kakpo of France who is on the runway now, who stands and claps his hands above his head. He's currently 4th. He needs an improvement of about 8 centimetres to try and catch Hassanov, who's currently in 2nd. The top 2 are way clear. So a bronze, realistically, the target for Akakpo of France now, who's up towards the board, strikes it well. That's going to be about 6.5 metres. That could be interesting for the bronze medal position, as long as he gets a white flag, which he does. So a white flag for Akakpo. It's there or thereabouts where he needs to be. 6.53 is his target,
taking his last round jump
to get into the medals.
A smattering of applause over on the far side.
Keep an eye on the scoreboard for that distance to go up. He needs 6.53 or better. And it is 6.46. So agonisingly close. So he misses out on a medal, Alan Akakpo. So now the medalists are known.
But not far
it will be Liu, Assoumani and Hassanov of China, France and Azerbaijan respectively. But in which order? Hussein Hassanov will go next.
For the women's
in his
400
second
meters.
round jump of 6.53 being his best.
Sorry, that's the semi-final number
so
2
far.
result.
So here comes
Hassanov
of Azerbaijan, currently in the bronze medal position. Needs a massive improvement to improve on that. It's shy of 7 metres, so he will get the bronze.
Beautiful conditions on the far side of the
6.53 his best, but he's a good 60 centimetres short of the top 2.
Assoumani of France,
so Hussein Hassanov
who is the long jump
will take
champion.
the bronze for Azerbaijan, and now these 2 leaders who've been going toe-to-toe, separated by just 2 centimetres. Liu of China, 7 metres 15. Assoumani of France, 7 metres 13, going into the last round. Wave and a punch of the fist by Hassanov as he realises he's got the bronze. It's going to be Liu who will jump first here, currently in the lead. 7 metres 15, already an Asian record. He stands, he sways from side to side, puffs out his cheeks as he stands in the blazing sunshine on the top of the long jump runway on the far side of the stadium from my position in the home straight here. Gold is within the grasp of Liu Fuliang of China as he tears down the runway now in his red and yellow Chinese vest. Hits the board well. It's over 7 metres. It might be an improvement from Liu. He doesn't look too happy with it. Maybe it's not an improvement.
Of the women's 400 metres.
Just waiting to see if he gets a white flag on the far side as he
for you, scrolling through from lanes.
Looks like it should be a white flag. It is over 7 metres. I'm not sure if that's going to be an improvement on his 7 metres 15 Asian record that he jumped in the round. It's 7 metres 9, so it's not an improvement for Liu.
States of America.
As the athletes are introduced on the track for heat number 2 of the women's 400 metres T54.
Tatiana McFadden.
I'll give you a full rundown on those athletes very shortly, but let's bring you the decisive jump in the long jump, shall we, on the far side, as the world record holder Arnaud Assoumani of France needs to jump 7:15 or bigger to take the gold from Liu of China. Thrilling climax to the long jump competition.
The last jump in the long jump competition, Arnaud Assoumani of France needs 7:16 to win.
A methodical, slow hand clap from Assoumani gets the crowd exactly in the rhythm that he wants them. Long dreadlocked hair tied back for the Frenchman. This is his key moment. This is his key jump in the last round. Arms pumping as he heads towards the runway now. Needs 7:16 or bigger. Oh, it's going to be close to that. Could be close to that. It was a high scissor kick from Assoumani.
There. Looks like a good jump. Gets the white flag.
Thereabouts in that 7:15 region.
15.
Just having a look, that's going to be maybe just short. I think he's probably just come up short. If you're going to ask me to put my neck on the block.
Wait for the distance to come on the board.
But we will wait for the score of 7:05. He has come up short. So Liu of China is the champion with 7:15. Assoumani takes silver with 7:13, and third to Hassanov of Azerbaijan, 6:53. That completes the long jump. Meanwhile, on the track, women's 400 metre T54, it's Tatiana McFadden who's coming into the home straight, well in the lead here from Dong of China in second place. The first three will qualify. Edith Wolf of Switzerland down the outside as well, who won the 5,000 metres yesterday. Tatiana McFadden wins it in 53.95 from Dong of China in second, and Edith Wolf of Switzerland comes home third. They are the three automatic qualifiers in Heat 2 of the women's 400 metres T54 final. So there's not much let up here in the action in the Olympic Stadium, as that temperature gauge I've mentioned a few times nudges up from 22 to 23 degrees Celsius down at trackside. So the long jump has been completed.
There you are.
The shot put, meanwhile, is still ongoing, and they are into the fifth round of the shot put. To tell you, the current leader is Andrei Holivets of the Ukraine. Second place is Andrishchenko of Russia, and in third is David Cassino of Spain, who is the world record holder. He's currently in third position.
On that long jump competition, there you have the result.
And they are just starting the fifth round, so getting towards the key part of the men's shot put. That's for F11 and F12 competitors, remember, the visually impaired. That was our first field event to get underway at 10 o'clock this morning. The time now is just coming up to 11:35 on Monday morning. You're late joining us. My name's Chris Temple with you both through the morning and the evening session today, if you're here for both of them, with the audio description service here inside the Olympic Stadium. Hope you're enjoying the day so far. The next action on the track, by the way, will be the men's 100 metres T12 heats. They are due off in about 5 minutes' time. They are again for visually impaired competitors. We also have the women's shot put final for F42 and F44, a mixed category event.
14 minutes 55,
leg amputees, both double and single, so that will be a mixed category event.
The discus champion,
getting underway
from Spain,
very shortly.
13 meters 1 centimeter, 942 points. Next in the circle, Marinkovic of Austria.
So Paul Dickinson just bringing you back up to date with the men's shot put. Remember, the top 8 after the first 3 rounds then progress to throw 3 further times, and they throw in reverse order. So those who threw the furthest throw last to win the competition to a climax. It's an advantage for them, of course, as part of the effort in throwing furthest, to get an advantage and see what everybody else has done before they get to throw themselves. So a foul for Marinkovic of Austria in the 5th round, the penultimate round of 6, and the Belarusian Sihahai Hirabanu will throw next. But at the head of affairs, there is almost a metre separating Holivets from the Ukraine from Andrushchenko from Russia in second.
100 metres, T44.
So we're into our next victory ceremony of the morning. The women's 100 metre T44. As the medalists make their way out,
Please welcome
just
your
down
medalists.
to my left-hand side.
The medals will be presented by Mrs. Rita van Driel, Governing Board Member of the International Paralympic Committee, who is accompanied by Councillor Chris Robbins, leader of Waltham Forest Council.
Both dignitaries just waving to the crowd, dressed in smart dark suits,
Ladies
standing
and
just to the left of the purple
bronze
podium.
medalist, representing the United States of America, April Holmes.
Good reception for April Holmes, who strides forward on the bronze medal podium with some very bright fluorescent yellowy green trainers, in stark contrast to her black and grey Team USA tracksuit. And she is presented with the bronze medal, gets a couple of kisses for her trouble as well, just runs her fingers through her hair to reorganise it around the medal strap. Now she'll receive her flowers as well. April Holmes of the USA, the bronze medalist in the women's 100 metre T44 classification.
Ladies and gentlemen, the silver medalist, representing the Netherlands, Malu van Rijn.
Enthusiastic double wave and a hand clap from Malu van Rijn of the Netherlands. An eye-catching orange Dutch tracksuit top. It was easy to see when the Dutch are around, bright orange everywhere. She seemed absolutely delighted, a beaming smile from Malu van Rijn in the women's 100 metre T44 category for leg amputees, and a smile and a wave to the crowd for her as well.
The gold medalist and Paralympic champion, representing France, Marie-Émilie Lefeur.
A few French spectators just down in front of me to my left raise the tricolour, the blue, white and red, and a blue, white and red pointed hat on the head of a young supporter being held in his father's arms just down to my left. Some enthusiastic waving from those French spectators as Lefeur, the gold medalist from France, waves her hands, and she is the Paralympic champion in this women's 100 metres T44 category. Congratulations to her.
As is customary, for those who are able, please stand for the national anthem of France.
Medalists turn to their right. The Paralympic medalist for the women's 100 metres T44, Marie-Émilie Lefeur with the gold, Malu van Rijn with the silver for the Netherlands, and the USA's April Holmes with the bronze. All three gather on the top step of the purple podium, just down to my left, as the hosts and hostesses walk off with their now empty white trays. In perfect step motion, they disappear off down the tunnel, down to my left-hand side. Time is 19 minutes to midday here in the Olympic Stadium. Our next action on the track is due very shortly as the competitors take to their starting positions very shortly for the men's T12 100 metres, the first of 3 heats, final tomorrow night, and again that's for visually impaired competitors. They're well into the 5th round in the men's shot put, also for visually impaired competitors, F11 and 12. And it's the 5th placed athlete now, David Casino of Spain.
Back to the field once more. The women's shot put,
who is the world record holder
44
in the F11 category, and at the moment he's got nowhere near his world record mark of 15:26.
A lifetime best of 12 meters 71.
Competitors just being introduced for the women's shot put final, mixed category F42 and F44. There are 6 competitors in total.
Samoa, please welcome Leitu Viliamu. Throwing third, representing China with a lifetime best of 12 meters 95, Yao Zhuang. Representing Germany, third in Beijing, the reigning world champion, Michiel Le. Throwing fifth, representing Croatia, she was 4th at the European Championships, Jelena Vukovic. And completing the lineup, representing Bosnia and Herzegovina, European bronze medalist, Sonela Redic.
So that completes the lineup for the women's shot put final.
For the women's shot put final, F42-44.
Because that is a mixed classification event, that will be done on the point scoring method that I spoke about a little bit earlier on. If you weren't with us on the orders description service at that time, it's a reminder that where we have mixed classifications, where levels of impairment between competitors are different, rather than whoever throws the furthest being the winner, the throws are measured on a points tariff, measured against their level of impairment. Whoever has the highest point score will win. So the person who throws the furthest, not necessarily the winner. Competitors now gathering for our next victory ceremony, which is the men's T44 200 metres. And it was a race last night which has certainly caught the headlines in the newspapers this morning.
Your medalists.
A certain Oscar Pistorius is currently walking out in the bottle green and yellow of South Africa, but he's not walking out in the middle of the 3 competitors in the line as he is so often used to. He's walking out as the 3rd and final. He, of course, finished 2nd behind the Brazilian competitor Alan Oliveira.
The medals will be presented by Mr. Robert Bull, governing board member of the International Paralympic Committee, who is accompanied by Councillor Chris Robbins, leader, Waltham Forest Council. Ladies and gentlemen, the bronze medalist, representing the United States of America, Blake Leaper.
The stars and stripes unfurled just to my left by a group of 3 spectators right in front of Blake Leaper, the bronze medalist here in the Olympic Stadium last night over the men's 200 metres, T44. He'll be a big force in the 100 metres, which takes place on Thursday night, of course, where Oscar Pistorius will once again go for gold. You'll hear the reaction for him in just a moment's time. He is the next one onto the podium. Away from Blake Leaper, a round of applause, good reception for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the silver medalist, representing South Africa, Oscar Pistorius.
Oscar Pistorius, no wave or anything from him as he walks forward. He holds up his silver medal, manages to break into a little bit of a smile. He's wearing spectacles today, is Oscar. A nod and a brief chat, and now he does wave the flowers in the sky a small bow, a half bow, I would say, from Oscar Pistorius.
The gold medalist.
He'll be disappointed to be on the silver position.
Representing Brazil, Alan Ponteles Cardoza Oliveira.
Alan Oliveira of Brazil walks forward, raises two hands and looks to the sky in thanks as the gold medal is placed round his neck as the champion of the men's 200 metres T44. He holds it up. It was a shock result. It stunned the Olympic Stadium last night, did Oscar Pistorius, getting beaten as he looked to complete a clean sweep of gold medals, of course, but he had to settle for silver on this occasion.
Ladies and gentlemen, as is customary, will those who are able please stand for the national anthem of Brazil.
Once more, the athletes turn to their right to face the three flag dogs.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Paralympic medalists.
So that completes the victory ceremony for the men's 200 metres T44. A handshake between Pistorius and a hug as well, led by Oliveira, I must say. A couple of words in Pistorius' ear of pleasantries, I'm sure. A hug from Blake Leaper to Alan Oliveira of Brazil as well. And the three medalists now come together on the top of the podium.
Just seen a final throw for Andriy Shenko of Russia, and then we're down to the final three throws. And at the end of the last round, Andriy Holivets of the Ukraine set a new European record to extend his lead, 16 meters 25.
That's the update for the men's shot put, F11 and F12, which, as Paul said there, is heading towards the final five throws as the action on the track turns to the men's 100 metres T12.
The next event on the track is the first semi-final of the men's 100 metres T12.
Four competitors taking part in this, one of whom will run with a guide runner. All,
the full lineup,
as we say, in the T12 category for visual impairment. The full lineup: Maximiliano Rodriguez of Spain in lane 1, Fedor Trikalish of Russia in lane 3, Yang Yuqing of China in lane 5, and the Portuguese athlete Gabriel Potra, who will run with his guide Ricardo Pacheco in lane number 7. As Fedor Trikalish just being introduced to the crowd. The final of this event is tomorrow night as well. The first competitor only to finish in each heat, and the next one fastest loser will advance to the final. We have 3 heats, as we say, and this is the first of them as the athletes take their position on the block. We'll be back to update you on the shot put final in just a moment's time. See the 100-metre straight used for the first time in the Olympic Stadium today on this day 5, London 2012 Paralympic Games. So away they go, a pretty
Well,
level
the
break
Chinese
indeed. It's
athlete
Trikalish
Yang
from
got away
Russia,
to a brilliant
unsurprisingly, who is
start there.
making his way forward to
The
take a
Russian
couple of metres out of
Trikalish is
Rodriguez
going
of
well.
Spain. Yang of China
Trikalish
coming
is
through,
gonna
but it's the
win it.
blonde-haired
He goes through the
Trikalish
final.
of Russia, who is 2 or 3
there's a
metres
photograph
clear
between
by the end. It was
Rodriguez
tight for
and
second
Yang
between Rodriguez of Spain and
for
Yang
the
of China,
fastest
and
loser
Potra
spot
of
in
Portugal
second place.
comes through in 4th position. So congratulations to Fedor Trikalish, that one going with form. He is a sub-11 second runner, and he holds up one finger to the camera with a big smile, and it's a personal best for him, 10.91, taking 400th of a second.
Very last time, Russell Short from Australia, lying in the bronze medal position at the moment, 14.73 his best.
It is Russell Short of Australia in third, 14.73. 2 or 3 turns with a yellow shot put, and he fired it over 14.
Over
That's
14 metres once
I don't
again.
think going to be an improvement for him.
But
He
Russell
waves to the crowd, looks disappointed.
A bronze medal.
He's going to get the bronze at least. In fact, it will be the bronze
The next
at best
David
for
Casino of
Russell
Spain.
Short.
He's lying in 5th place at the moment. Needs something in
Andrushenko
excess
is currently in
of
second place on
Russell Short's best throw,
15.21
14.73, in order to get in amongst the medals. And then we have the event leader, Andrei Holivets of the Ukraine, the last thrower in the competition.
David
And
Casino
in the women's
of
shot
Spain
put, in the
entering
very
the
first
shot
round,
put circle, the world record
Yao
holder.
Zhuong of China has thrown 12 meters 85, a new F44 world record.
Here's Casino of Spain with that throw. That's come up short of 14 metres, so that's not going to be an improvement into the top 3 places for David Casino of Spain. He's going to stay down in 5th position. He may actually sneak 4th from Lysychinski of the Ukraine, but that's not going to get David Casino a medal.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
He's on a points tariff as well, so 942 points. That does keep David Casino in 5th place as we move on to another victory ceremony. Coming thick and fast here. The next one is going to be the women's 200 metre T11.
Please welcome
victory
your
ceremony.
medalists.
This is an addition to today's programme. And the gold medalists are jumping around. All 3 competitors in this visually impaired classification coming out with their guides. The Brazilian pair who've taken the gold medal are jumping around and waving everywhere as they walk
Medals to be presented
up
this
towards
morning
the
by
podium.
Mr. Robert Volk, governing board member of the International Paralympic Committee, who's accompanied by Councillor Chris Robbins, leader of Waltham Forest. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the bronze medalist representing the People's Republic of China, Jia Juntixian, and her guide runner, Xu Dongling.
To the Chinese athlete in bronze medal position, Yia Junxing Zhang walks forward with her guide to be presented with the bronze medal. Over in the shot put, by the way, I can tell you that Andrei Holivets has thrown 16 metres and 3 in the final round, a European record, and he is the champion. Andrei Holivets of the Ukraine, Andrushenko of Russia takes the silver, and Russell Short of Australia will take the bronze in the men's F11 and 12 shot put. The applause still ringing out for our Chinese bronze medalists in the women's T11 200 metres.
Ladies and gentlemen, the silver medalist representing Brazil, Jerusa Queiroz Santos, and her guide runner, Luiz Henrique Barbosa da Silva.
Enthusiastic applause, probably the most enthusiastic applause from anybody for the silver medalists, and from their teammates who've won the gold, who are standing waiting for their moment. Vigorous clapping and big smiles from the Paralympic champion in waiting and her guide runner as their international teammates from Brazil, Jerusa Queiroz Santos, and her guide runner collect their silver medals in this women's 200 metre T11. things in the infield just calming down ever so slightly now, with the men's discus competition having come to a close, and the men's shot put as well now having finished just a moment ago. The women's shot put that just got underway very recently, of course, is still
gold
ongoing.
medalist and Paralympic champion, representing Brazil, Terezinha Filomena, and her guide runner, Helene Suarez de Santana.
Exaggerated, enthusiastic celebrations, of course, from Terezinha Guillermina. Her and her guide runner instinct, striding, bringing their knees up, almost running up the purple walkway to the tip of the podium. A few spins round as well from Guillermina, a well-practiced routine for her. And big congratulations, we saw her earlier on qualify in the 200 metres. The 100 metres. This the medal ceremony for the 200 metres, of course. Triple gold medalist at the World Championships in New Zealand last year, over 100, 200 and 400. The gold medalist in this category, T11 200 in Beijing. And once more, Guillermina is on the top of the podium. And we will now have the Brazilian
anthem
national
of
anthem.
Brazil. Ladies and gentlemen, your Paralympic medalists.
An emotional Terezinha Guillermina on the podium, in tears as the Brazilian anthem played out around the Olympic Stadium. And now all three athletes and all three guide runners congregate on the top podium for their customary photographs.
Ladies and gentlemen, while we were watching that ceremony, we had the conclusion of the men's shot put F11-12 final down by the 100-meter start. And it was a brilliant victory in the end for the Ukrainian Andrei Holivets. A new European record, 16 meters 25, 991 points.
So just confirmation there of the full result of the men's shot put F11 and 12.
Vladimir Andriashenko of Russia, 15 meters 21, 966 points. And Russell Short of Australia hung on for that bronze medal, 14 meters 73, 950 points.
So our next action on the track again will focus on the 100 meters as we revert to the T12 category, the second of the three heats.
We'll be off for the second semi-final, the second of three semi-finals in the men's 100 meters T12.
Still the medalists going through some photographs, enjoying their moment down in front of us here. The two Brazilian pairs actually being ushered off by the hostesses now. The time schedule is everything. Got to move on to the next thing as they wave and enjoy their moment and disappear off away to our left down the
next
tunnel.
Event on the track is the second semi-final of the men's 100 meters T12.
So three competitors will line up.
On the
Correction,
main
four
scoreboard.
competitors will line up for the second of these three heats. Again, the first one only is the guaranteed progression through to the final.
In this heat. Please welcome from Iraq, Ahmed Abdulamir Kadim.
And the lineup in lane number 1 is Li Yang-song of China. Lane 4 will be Josiah Jameson of the USA.
Jameson of the United States, the defending
Lane 6,
champion
Thomas
in lane
Ulbricht
3,
of Germany.
and
Ahmed Abdul
Ulbricht
Amir Kadim of Iraq,
Germany
17
in lane
years
5.
of age. He's out in lane number 7. 4 competitors then lining up for this men's 100-meter T12, heat number 2. Only the fastest goes through so far, plus the single fastest loser from
Winner of
the
the
3
first
heats
semi-final, 10.91
combined.
seconds by Trikulic of Russia.
And 10.91 was the winning mark from Trikulic. 11.12 is the fastest loser mark set by Rodriguez of Spain from
Wide
the
for
first
start.
heat. Jameson, by the way, of the USA, running with a guide runner in lane number 3. That is on his inside. And away they go, and it's a great start from Lee of China in lane number 2. Who's away here. Jameson of the USA in second place. It's Ulbricht of Germany in third. A fine run by Lee of China, just about gets there on the line. Ahead of Jameson of the USA, probably by half a metre or so. Ulbricht of Germany was third, and it's Kadim of Iraq who finishes in third position. So congratulations to Li Yang-song of China, who on paper is the fastest of these competitors. And he raises his hand in celebration.
The result will be coming up on the scoreboard very shortly.
Class for visually impaired athletes, of course, T12. Any class beginning with a number 1 is for visual impairment. Get the official result come up on the scoreboard. It's 10.96 for Lee, the winner.
Well, look at
Jameson of the USA running a PB
10.96
11.03. It's an Asian record for Li Yang-song.
We had a regional record and an Asian record in the first semi-final.
And Jameson now is the fastest loser from the 2 heats so far.
Absolutely smashes it. And Jameson in second place.
Just 3 competitors will line up in a moment's time for our third and final heat of the men's 100-meter T12. We have, 5 more victory ceremonies to go before we reach the end of the session. I mentioned earlier it was 12:15 the session was due to end. It was 1:45 actually, a bit of extra time with a couple of extra victory ceremonies.
3 medal ceremonies, the men's discus F11, the men's shot F11-12, and the last medal ceremony, the men's 5,000 metres T54. And I'm sure you are all going to stay for that men's 5,000 metre T54 medal ceremony to see David Weir get his gold. You are going to stay, aren't you? Sorry, I didn't quite hear that. We're sat behind very large glass double glazing. You are going to stay, aren't you? Thank you.
So that the reaction to my colleague Adrian's
just about heard that.
Pointing, it's fair to say, notice board if you like, towards the very final action of any kind of this morning session here on day 5 of the Paralympic Games here in the Olympic Stadium, which will, just before 1:45, so that is 40 minutes from now, be the medal ceremony for David Weir's gold medal in yesterday's men's 5,000 metres. Let's bring you up to date with the women's shot, shall we, on how it's progressing so far. They're into the third round. There are only 6 competitors.
And the current gold medalist,
so they are reordered after 3 throws. They've completed 3 rounds now. So they are reordered, so the thrower in first position throws last.
Improved the world record, F44, to 13 metres 05. The first F44 woman to have thrown over 13 metres.
So a round of applause for Yao of China, who you may have just heard, through 13 metres and 5 centimetres, a new world record in the first throw in this classification ever to go over the magic 13-metre barrier. She leads by around about 90 centimetres from Michaela Flirt of Germany, who's second on 12.16, and Yang in third on 12.02. Remember, these mixed categories, F42 and 44, the shot puts, as I mentioned, are on the point scale. So it's 1,055 points to Yao, 974 to Flirt, and 960 to Yang. They are the 3 in the medal positions at the moment, just beginning the 4th of 6 rounds.
She has thrown a best of 8 metres 64. So once again, you will see on the scoreboards on the infield, those distances being translated into points. Redzic.
So as I look away to my left once more, preparations at the start for this final heat in the men's 100 metres T12. Just a little bit more breeze now. I've been mentioning the flags a couple of times away to my right, just in front of the Olympic cauldron, which is ablaze just in front of the big screen scoreboard away to my right. Those flags intermittently fluttering about 45 degrees downwards, I would say, there or thereabouts. So just a little bit of breeze which will take the edge off the temperatures, which have been around about 22, 23 degrees centigrade down at track level. In fact, the monitor I've been keeping an eye on to bring you up to date with the latest temperature readings has actually gone off just for a moment. Melted. Hasn't really melted, but it has gone off. Certainly they've been parasols and umbrellas up for the competitors in the field events, particularly away to my left where the shot put has been going on. Earlier on, the men's shot put, 4 or 5 purple umbrellas have been sheltering the area where the competitors sit between throws.
Fourth round throw.
As Redzic just takes her 4th round throw in the
59.
women's shot put.
So just short of her best so far in the first round, 8 metres 64. Into the circle next, currently in the bronze medal position, Yang Yu-A. 4 metres 02, her best so far.
As I look out over the top of the stadium on the far side, just the upper half of the magnificent orbit,
in round 4.
that swirling mass of red metal with a viewing tower at the top, stands proud over the Olympic Park, a spectacular sight, and just peeping up over the top of the Olympic Stadium on the far side. A few empty seats have popped up in the last 15-20 minutes or so as we get towards lunchtime. Not as many youngsters, of course, will be here. I know there are lots of school trips been organised, and some of you will be listening in, so good afternoon to you if you are here on a school visit to the Olympic Stadium today. Of course, regular school term starts for a lot of people today. The summer holidays are all over. There's still to come on the track, just to mark you a card as to what is still ahead. We have got the 3rd and final heat of the men's T12 100 metres. Then we've got 3 heats also in the T12 classification at the men's 800 metres. That is our other track action as we get ready for this final heat in the men's 100 metres. There's some British interest in the men's 800, by the way.
The last semi-final now of the men's 100 metres T12. The full start list is being displayed on the scoreboard.
So that start list that is on the scoreboard shows that in lane 3 of the 3 runners from Poland will be Maciej Michalski.
The number 1 ranked sprinter over 100 metres in the world this year, Maciej Michalski.
Lane 5 from Portugal will be Rodolfo Alves.
Outside him, and Gonzalez
and lane 7 from Mexico, Jorge Gonzalez Socieda. Complete the 3-runner lineup. No guide runners in this particular heat, T12 for visually impaired competitors.
Only the winner is guaranteed a place in the final, and the fastest loser at the moment is Josiah Jameson, 11:03.
Here we stand then waiting for the 3rd and final heat. Runners are down on their blocks. And away they go. All 3 of them break pretty easily. It's Michalski of Poland, unsurprisingly the world ranked number 1, who streaks away to win this. Gonzalez of Mexico will take the 2nd spot. 11.02, it just ticks past. 11.02. 2nd place went to Gonzalez from Mexico, and Alves from Portugal finishes 3rd. 11.01 actually that time is rounded down to. He is the one automatic qualifier.
Indeed for Maciej Michalski of Poland.
Gonzalez of Mexico, 2nd in a season's best of 11.6, and 3rd was Alves of Portugal, 11.91. So Michalski is the one automatic qualifier in that heat number 3.
Season's best in 2nd place, and there is the full list of
the qualifiers for the final rather of the men's T1200 metres. Trikalish of Russia, Lee of China, Michalski of Poland, Rodriguez of Spain. They are the first 4 on time.
The penultimate round. Leotu Vilianu has taken her 5th round throw. She has a best
Along
so
with
far
Yang,
of 5
Albrecht of
32.
Germany, Gonzalez of Mexico, and
Vukovic
Putra
of Croatia next
of
to
Portugal.
throw.
They are the qualifiers for the men's T12 100 metres. In fact, Joshua Jameson, who was one of the faster competitors, one of the fastest losers at one point, he was disqualified. That just information just coming up on the scoreboard now. So Joshua Jameson of the USA disqualified in his heat a little bit earlier on. Again, a procession of 6 of the games makers walk out to the finish line area as they prepare to welcome the competitors for our next track action, our final track event of this morning session, which will be the T12 men's 800 metres, and we'll see 3 heats. Some umbrellas up in the commentary position just away to my right, actually shielding the Channel 4 television coverage team.
Ladies and gentlemen,
one of blue,
boys and
white
girls,
and
the victory ceremony
gold.
for the men's long jump.
And it's not for the rain, I can tell you, it's
F46.
for the sun, which is beating down in the press box, and obviously making some of the screens a little bit hard to see for our television colleagues as well.
Please
Here comes our
welcome
next
your
victory
medalists.
ceremony. And this one will be for the men's F46 long jump. It's the long jump competition we were talking about earlier on this morning. A thrilling finale. We saw the gold go to China. Medals will be presented in just a moment's time for that. Assoumani of France, the World and Paralympic record holder, beaten into the silver medal position
Vice President in the International
by Liu
Paralympic Committee
of China.
She's accompanied by Senator Kate Lundy, Minister of Sport of Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the bronze medalist representing Azerbaijan, Hussein Hassanov.
Hussein Hassanov of Azerbaijan can't keep the smile off his face as he makes his way up the bronze medal ramp. A bronze for Azerbaijan. That is their first medal of this Paralympic Games on the athletics track for Azerbaijan, or in the long jump pit in this particular
Ladies and gentlemen,
case.
the silver medalist representing France, Arnaud Assoumani.
The world record holder, the Paralympic record holder, Arnaud Assoumani of France. A less than enthusiastic wave, I think. The disappointment clear to see from him as he wanders forward to gather his silver medal. Again, the French tricolour is being waved away to our left as the silver medal is administered. With China, a dominant force in Paralympic sports, yet another gold to add to their total.
Boys and girls, the gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing the People's Republic of China, Yu Fuliang.
That's Liu Fuliang of China, almost as an aeroplane-style celebration as he holds both his arms out horizontally either side and waves to all 4 corners of this stadium. As a quick look down and a little kiss of his gold medal, he is the Paralympic champion in the men's long jump F46. For those with arm impairments.
Ladies and gentlemen, as is customary, will all those
familiar
who are
anthem will
able
follow
please
them.
stand for the
More
national
Chinese
anthem
success.
of the People's Republic of China. Ladies and gentlemen, your Paralympic medalists.
Waves from the gold and bronze medalists, at least, less so from the Frenchman on the silver medal rostrum. Will be disappointed. Assoumani was in the lead for quite a long time, probably 4 of the 6 rounds he led. It was just nipped away from him at the crucial moment with it was a trading blow for blow, those two in the final stages. As we look down towards the start-finish line for this 800 metres, the athletes are just wandering onto the track.
Men's 100 metres T12.
Taking off their rucksacks and their outer tracksuits.
There is a slightly amended result, which will become apparent once we scroll through to page 2. The fastest loser who has qualified for the final, Rodriguez, but Joshua Jameson of the United States, the defending champion, has been eliminated. He was disqualified in his heat.
It's confirmation of what we told you a few moments ago, that Joshua Jameson, the defending champion, disqualified in the men's T12 100 metres.
Shot put has now entered the 6th and final round. The current positions are on the scoreboard as I speak, almost by magic, and it shows that there has been no change in the first 3 in the medal positions.
So it's Xiao of China who leads with 1,055 points in that world record she set earlier on. Michaela Flut of Germany in second, 974 points. And Yang Yue of China in third on 960 points. They are the 1, 2, 3 going into their final throws in the women's shot put F42 and F44. The athletes just limbering up for the first of 3 heats in the men's T12 800 metres for visually impaired competitors. One of the competitors will have a guide. There are 4 in total, plus the 1 guide. And there'll be a Great Britain roar in this heat because David Devine runs in lane number 2. This 800 metres. Tell you a bit more about David. His sporting hero Sebastian Coe. He's from Liverpool. Lives and trains there for Liverpool Harriers. And he was the bronze medalist over this event, the 800 metres, at the Paralympic World Championships in Christchurch in New Zealand last year. He's a big Liverpool Football Club fan, so he won't have been impressed with yesterday's result when they were beaten 2-0 by Arsenal.
Their final throws. She's currently in the bronze medal position with 12 metres 02, Yang Yue of China.
So Yang takes to the shot put circle then. 3 throws left in the whole competition. This is Yang's final throw. She needs to beat 12.16 to improve her bronze medal position. 13.05 if she wants to take the gold. Here's Yang then. Lets out a roar. It's only just over 12 metres. I think it might be an improvement. It could be close to Michaela Flirt's mark of 12.16. Maybe might come up a little bit short, but again we'll wait for that on the yellow lights of the scoreboard down in the centre of the green turf. It's 12.22, so that has taken her into second place ahead of Michaela Flirt on 980 points. So now Flirt has got to improve once more if she wants to take the silver. We'll keep an eye on that just to make it all right for you.
Discus throw F35-36.
Now we're going to see the medal ceremony as well for the men's discus F35, F36. Discus throw that we brought you this morning. And again, this is for athletes with cerebral palsy as the top 3 make their way out of the tunnel away to our left. Now then, the throw from Flirt of Germany again is over 12 metres, but is it far enough? Is it beyond 12.22 for her to regain that silver medal position? She just lost to Yang of China. It's 12.21, it's a centimetre short. Absolutely agonising for Flirt, and she is going to finish with the bronze, which means that Yao of China is guaranteed the gold medal with her world record throw. It's going to be a 1-2 for China and a bronze medal for Germany in the women's shot with F42 and F44. The victory is just being introduced for the men's discus victory ceremony F35 and F36.
Representing the People's Republic of China, Wang Wenbo. Ladies and gentlemen, the silver medalist, representing Ukraine, Oleksiy Pashkov.
Big celebration for Oleksiy Pashkov of Ukraine, who takes the silver medal. Ukraine have had a good athletics part of this Paralympics so far. 10 medals in total. They lie 4th in the athletics medal table. 3 golds, 4 silver, including this one for Pashkov, and 3 bronze for the Ukraine so far. And almost an aeroplane celebration from him as well, as he opens his arms and spins round to signal.
Paralympic champion, representing Germany, Sebastian Ernst Klaus Dietz.
And the gold medalist is Sebastian Dietz of Germany, who blows a kiss to the crowd as he walks up and is presented with his gold medal. The Paralympic champion in the men's discus F35 and F36 classification for those with cerebral palsy. The athletes, by the way, waiting on the start line for the men's 800-metre T12 heats, including Great Britain's David Devine. That will get underway as soon as we've had this victory ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Here comes the national anthem of Germany.
Please stand for the national anthem of Germany. Ladies and gentlemen, your Paralympic medalists.
Smiles and handshakes all round among the 3 medalists in the men's discus.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, up on the scoreboard shortly on the north and south stands will be the final positions in the women's shot. And you'll be able to see that Yao Zhuang of China took gold. Her compatriot Yang Yue took the silver.
So while the
and
shot
the bronze
put final
medalist
positions are being
Michaela
read out, over on the far
Germany.
side, Yao of China, the winning athlete, and her compatriot who finished in 2nd place, or rather Yang of China, who took the silver along with Yao, jogging around the far side, waving a Chinese flag between them, taking the acclaim of the crowd on the far side, who are giving them a warm round of applause. Unfortunate for them in a way that their shot put competition came to a climax right in the middle of that victory ceremony.
Their victory lap.
They're bowing to the crowd as they hold that Chinese flag between them. Yang and Yao. Top 2 for China in the women's shot put F42-44. Meanwhile, on the start line, a television cameraman hovers, ready to present the images onto the big screen for the men's 800 metres, heat number 1, T12. Stand by for another Great Britain
Ladies and gentlemen,
roar.
boys and girls, back to the track for the round 1 in the men's 800 metres T12. The first of 3 heats, the full lineup on the board for you.
Lane 1 is the Spaniard Ignacio Avila, the best of 156.66. Lane 2 will be David Devine of Great Britain.
One fastest advanced to the final.
He is the fastest
so
in this field. It's only the first plus the next one fastest loser
and in
who advanced to the final.
Representing Spain, please welcome European silver medalist Ignacio Avila. And alongside him, representing Great Britain, the world bronze medalist David Devine. representing Brazil, Carlos Silva, and for Turkey,
And the Union Jacks are waving all around this Olympic Stadium to give David Devine from Liverpool a magnificent welcome. Lane 3 is the runner with a guide, Carlos Bartos Silva of Brazil, and in lane 4 will be Mehmet Oner of Turkey. We're on the start line for this, the men's 800 metres T12, and David Devine straight from the start, along with Ignacio Avila of Spain, are away in the first two positions. Oner of Turkey around the outside, and those three settle down together with Silva of Brazil along with his guide runner just tucked in at the back of the pack now, as David Devine settles into third place as they run halfway along the back straight now in this first of three heats. Only the winner will automatically qualify, plus one fastest loser, remember. And as they round the 200-metre start on the far side of the stadium, it's Avila of Spain who leads in the sunshine of the Olympic Stadium. Listen to the roar as they come round towards the home straight, with Oner of Turkey, also a sub-2-minute runner in second place. David Devine just comfortable in third at the moment, the European bronze medalist, and they've opened up a 5-metre gap or so on Silva of Brazil as they come down towards the bell with 1 lap to go.
From Oner, from Devine. 57.9.
So the leading three all tucked pretty close together, 10 metres ahead of Silva. Only the winner will qualify automatically for Wednesday night's final, remember. And they're starting to crank up the pace now on the far side with 300 metres to go. And it's Ignacio Avila of Spain who's got Oner of Turkey taking him on round the outside. David Devine of Great Britain is right there on his shoulder as well. And the roar now is as David Devine goes past Avila, the Spaniard, into second place. 200 metres remaining in this first heat at the men's T12 800 metres, and it's Oner of Turkey with Great Britain's David Devine right on his shoulder. They've gone 3 or 4 metres clear of Avila from Spain, and now David Devine strikes as they come into the home straight. It's Devine of Great Britain who hits the front. David Devine leads now, and he's going away from Oner of Turkey. His race is run, and the European bronze medalist David Devine will qualify for Wednesday night's final in the men's 800 T12, and he looks good. 1:55.98 for David Devine. Second was Oner of Turkey, Avila of Spain in third, and coming home in fourth place now, Carlos Bartos Silva of Brazil, who crosses the line now.
From across the three heats.
Magnificent performance from Liverpool's David Devine. Qualifies in a season's best, 1:55.97. Oner of Turkey second, 1:57.4.
Is the time you have to bear in mind.
And 1:58 dead for Avila of Spain, who finishes in third place. Well, that lifted the stadium. Some British success.
Very well judged race.
Saw David Weir qualifying in the 1500 metres a little bit earlier on
the first lap through the first 400.
But that certainly
moved out as they went
got those inside the stadium on their feet in the sunshine.
Nessim Oner through as he moved into the lead down the back straight.
So all quiet on the infield at the moment here in the Olympic Stadium. All the field events for the morning session have been wrapped up. A whole row of white plastic chairs stand vacant, a couple of them scattered around. The shot put circle away to my left. There's a green tarpaulin placed over the top of a television camera right in the middle of the infield. As the operator's gone for his lunch break between the two sessions, I'm sure. Just down to my left, Yang and Yao of China have walked all the way around now to take the crowd's applause, with their Chinese flag still between them, from their success in the women's shot put F42 and F44 category. So an exciting first heat of that men's 800 metres T12. 2 more to go. David Devine, the one British representative in that. They are our final 2 track events of the morning session, but we have still got those 3 victory ceremonies to go to round off this morning session, the last of which will see Paralympics GB's David Weir given his gold medal for his T54 men's 5,000 metre success.
And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in consideration of the fact we're only into day 4 of track and field athletics, I have a statistic which will absolutely blow your minds. After 3 days, Paralympic athletics has broken 31 world records.
Not much more you can say about that, is there?
I'm
what a fantastic performance, set of performances so far from the world's finest elite Paralympic
to a certain
athletes
called Richard Whitehead
in this stadium. It is a fast track, as we know, but across the track and the field.
200 metres T42 the other day.
A very, very excellent performance so far from
that is a phenomenal
the world's
performance.
Athletes. Just while we've got a little break while we're waiting for the men's 800 metres T12, you might be interested to know how the athletics medals table stands for the Paralympics so far. Well, China are out on top. They have 28 medals in total, 11 gold, 8 silver and 9 bronze. Russia lies second. They have 8 gold, 4 silver,
very worried there,
and yet to get a bronze, 12 in total. Great Britain currently third in the medal table for the Paralympic athletics with 4 gold, 3 silver and 4 bronze. Then come the Ukraine with 3, 4 and 3, and Brazil are 5th. They have 3 gold and 1 silver.
Thank you, that
so
was
far.
a relevant and mind-blowing statistic, but I was
If you're
very
lucky
worried.
enough to be coming back this evening for our session of athletics, which gets underway at 7 p.m. tonight here at the Olympic Stadium. No fewer than 12 gold medals will be won here in the stadium this evening. We have 12 finals. A couple of the 100-metre finals as well over the T51 and 53 categories. So a couple of the wheelchair 100-metre finals will be taking place a little bit later on this evening. If you're not coming back later, then we sincerely hope you've had a magnificent morning here in the sunshine in the Olympic Stadium. It has been a phenomenal London 2012 Paralympics so far. And we're still in the relatively early stages. This is only, remember, day 5. We've still got another 6 days, at least, of athletics competition to go, right through to the marathon events which take place, not here at the Olympic Stadium, of course, but elsewhere across the city, starting and finishing on the Mall in the shadow of Buckingham Palace. They take place on Sunday, 6 days from now. So the athletes just gathering on the track then at the start as the marshals walk off with the plastic
Ladies and gentlemen,
boxes
boys and girls,
of kit.
back to the track.
This is the men's 800 metres T12
round 1, heat 2 of 3.
Heat number 2.
The full lineup.
There are 5 competitors in this one of whom will run with a guide runner as well.
And in lane 2, please welcome the reigning European champion, representing Russia, Igor Sharov.
So 5 competitors: Hatem Nasrallah of Tunisia, drawn 1; Igor Sharov of Russia, the fastest in the field, drawn 2; Elamin Shentouf of Morocco in 3; Luis Hernandez from the Honduras, who will run with a guide runner in 4; and Lassam Katongo of Zambia, drawn 5. And they are underway in this 800 metres.
Tunisia on the inside in the
Nasrallah who leads them around the corner
Elamin
in his opening stages of this second men's 800 metres, and the Zambian runner Lassam Katongo has come storming around the outside and has opened up a 2-metre lead as they go along the back straight. Just one automatic qualifier, remember, and the one fastest loser
has moved immediately
will qualify
into the lead
to the final.
Takes them through the first
As
200.
of Zambia around the far side. Sharov of Russia in second place will lead them, or follow him rather, around the corner as they come towards the home straight. The front 3 have broken away here, open up a good 10-metre advantage or so as Katongo of Zambia leads with the very tall figure of Igor Sharov right up on his shoulder in second place, and Nasrallah of Tunisia is third. They are the first 3. Then in fourth place is Shentouf of Morocco, and then a bit of a gap as they take the bell. A gap back to Luis Hernandez of the Honduras, who is a good 30 metres or so beyond the rest. But a break made by Igor Sharov of Russia, who is now 5 metres ahead. He's suddenly made a burst on Katongo of Zambia as they run round with 300 metres to go. Eases his way out into the clear water lead as Igor Sharov of Russia. Nasrallah of Tunisia goes into second as Katongo looks to have peaked a bit too soon, and it's now a 10-metre lead for Igor Sharov, who's got 200 metres to go on the far side of the stadium and looks to be securing an easy path into the final of this event, which takes place on Wednesday night, as Sharov gets a warm round of applause as he comes round the corner now with less than 100 metres to go. An easy, loping, long stride for Sharoff, who has a quick glance to his right. A storming finish, meanwhile, from Katongo of Zambia, who suddenly found a second wind to come past Hatem Nasrallah of Tunisia in the home straight, and then he's unfortunately slowed up again in the closing stages. So a real Jekyll and Hyde run there from Lassam Katongo of Zambia. Good finish from Nasrallah of Tunisia, gets him second behind Igor Sharoff, who was the easy winner. Then comes El Amin Shentouf of Morocco, who's just finishing now, and the huge applause you can hear is for Luis Hernandez of the Honduras, running with a guide runner, the only T11 competitor in this T12 category, so a more severe impairment than the rest of the competitors, and being helped towards the line now by his guide runner. And the guide runner just having to be careful there that he didn't cross the line ahead of Hernandez, because the athlete needs to cross the finish line before their guide runner, otherwise they will be disqualified. But the 1-2-3, Sharoff 1:59.18, the winner, and the time by Nasrallah of Tunisia in second, 2:03.83, may well get him through as a fastest loser. So one more track event to go of this morning session. That will be the final heat of this men's T12 800 metres. And just the calm down hand signal from Sharoff there, as he telling everybody not to get too excited about him comfortably winning his heat. He'll be looking to do his business tomorrow night, rather Wednesday night, in the final
the last
of
presentation
that event.
This morning is of course to a Great Britain. David Weir will be coming into the stadium soon. And just as a little preview, let me ask you a question. Is anybody in the stadium now coming to the athletics tonight?
There's a few just
people
waving around.
Well,
there are a few waving around. To the answer to that question from Paul Dickinson, if anybody is coming back this evening, a few flashlights going off, a few photographs being taken. As I look around at the back of the lower tier, the concourses, lots of movement in the little flashes of daylight I can see outside the stadium, lots of heads moving past from left to right in those gaps as people, some people start to make their way elsewhere to the Olympic Park. Maybe they've got tickets for other events outside of the stadium later on in the day, or later on across the city somewhere else.
Give us a wave, but above all, give us a big smile.
The giant scoreboard says in big orange words, make some noise, and that's exactly what it does as the camera focuses in on close-up groups of families and supporters, all waving their Union Jacks. Not all waving their Union Jacks, it's fair to say, but a large proportion of them seem to be. Anybody selling Union Jacks in the London area over the course of the last month or so will have done a roaring trade, I'm sure. I'm sure there's not a spare Union Jack to be had anywhere. I know the Team GB shop at the Olympics and the Paralympics GB shop here at the Paralympics have been doing an absolutely magnificent trade. GB hats and jumpers and t-shirts and polo shirts,
and she said,
everywhere you look.
The crowd's amazing. You couldn't ask for anything better, really. Give yourselves a round of applause.
I tell you what, while there are some empty seats, almost, I would say, certainly the back straight lower tier on the far side is almost 100% populated. As I look along the straight, adjacent to the long jump and triple jump pit on the far side, the lower tier is almost completely populated. Upper tier, one or two gaps, of course, but loads of people are staying to get the most of their athletics morning session here on day 5 of the London 2012 Paralympics.
Unbelievable. I love the crowd. Having the wild screaming from the crowd.
A hive of activity just to my right as well here as I sit on the edge of the press seats. Lots of journalists and reporters hunched over laptops, feverishly tapping away their reports, sending them off to various parts of the world. Still those umbrellas stand just to my right, sheltering the Channel 4 commentary team, not particularly themselves from the sun, but I think to make their screens a bit more visible in the glaring sunlight. But the sun has made its way round now. I'm not sure if you're bathed in sunshine wherever you're sat around the stadium, but it's certainly it's left me behind anyway, and now I'm looking up to my right and seeing a glimmer of sun through above the roof away to my right, rather than staring from the far side of the stadium into my face as it was for most of the first hour or so.
The full lineup on the board for you.
So our final event on the track of this morning session is heat number 3 of this men's 800 metres T12.
The qualification, the first in each heat.
There are 4 competitors, one of whom will run with a guide runner. Drawn on the inside from Turkey, Semih Deniz.
And
Drawn 2 from
lane
Brazil
3,
will be Tieb
please
Siguera, who
welcome
will run with his guide
the
runner,
reigning
Heitor de
world
Oliveira.
champion, the world record holder,
And the man being
defending
introduced now.
Paralympic champion from Tunisia, Abdelrahim Zahou.
Abdelrahim Zahou, who is the world record holder, the Paralympic record holder as well, 1 minute 52.13. He goes drawn 3, and the final competitor making up the field from Cuba is Lazaro Rashid. The final heat in the men's 800 metres T12. The first past the post will qualify. And in fact, the runner with a guide is not in this race, so despite being listed on the start list, Siguera of Brazil has not started. So it's Deniz of Turkey who leads them away, followed by Zahou of Tunisia and Rashid of Cuba. They run in single file in a line of 3 down the far side as we speak now. So Siguera of Brazil, a DNS, who did not start. They must finish in the top place to guarantee their qualification through to the final. So it's the Turkish athlete Semih Deniz who leads them as they come round into the home straight. The flowing dark locks of the world and Paralympic record holder Zahou of Tunisia, currently sat comfortably in second, but Rashid of Cuba right on his shoulder. These 3 athletes separated by only 3 or 4 metres as they come up towards the finish line and take the bell in 57.03. Led through by Deniz of Turkey, who has a best of 1:56. He's the second fastest of these 3 athletes on paper. He went out hard, and now Zahou is right up on his shoulder and will pass him in the back straight. But Rashid of Cuba is tracking Zahou all the way. In fact, a little spurt again from Deniz of Turkey as Zahou came right up on his shoulder. Deniz found a little bit more in the tank and made another burst out with 200 metres to go.
Still hasn't made a move.
On the far side,
Must be confident
Deniz of Turkey, all 3 athletes now separated by literally a stride or 2, and Rashid of Cuba now has made his move with just over 100 metres to go around the outside. Looks like Deniz of Turkey now is going to be left behind as they come towards the home straight. Zahou, though, just puts his foot gradually on the accelerator, but he's being challenged all the way by Rashid from Cuba. Down the home straight they come, and then when it matters, Zahou just puts his foot on the gas and almost nonchalantly and arrogantly strides away to win by 3 or 4 metres. Abdelrahim Zahou doing the absolute minimum there to get himself through, almost teasing and tantalising the Cuban athlete Lazaro Rashid. He finishes second, and Semih Deniz of Turkey finishes third. 1:55.99, a season's best by a good 3 seconds or so from Zahou of Tunisia, the world and Paralympic record holder, and he is through.
Rashid of Cuba claims that 1 fastest qualifying spot from across the 3 heats, but we will await.
Just hearing, as you can hear from Adrian Christmas, our stadium commentator, that looks like Rashid of Cuba has probably done enough there to get through as one of the one fastest loser into Wednesday night's final in the men's 800 metre T12 category, which is for visually impaired athletes. As we're looking at the scoreboard now, we're seeing a list of the qualifiers, and right at the top of it, it says Divine D of Great Britain. He is the fastest qualifier through to the final, 1:55.97. He goes through faster than Zahou by 200ths of a second. Rashid from Cuba, third fastest qualifier.
The composite list of qualifiers.
Deniz of Turkey goes through as well, as does Oner of Turkey, Avila of Spain, Sharov of Russia. So that's our track action complete here. We still have 3 victory ceremonies to go, though, and cleverly scheduled, the last of which will be the men's 5,000 metres T54. David Weir of Great Britain will get the gold. God Save the Queen will ring out around this venue. So again, a long line of officials make their way past me in their blue Paralympics 2012 shirts and blue caps, off to prepare themselves for the evening session, which gets underway at 7 p.m, due to run through till just short of 10 p.m. this evening. As that sting sound tells us we've arrived at our next victory ceremony.
For the men's discus throw F11.
To mark the victory ceremony, 3 giant medals make their way up on the electronic orange scoreboard from bottom to top. And just to the left, a camera shot of the medalists making their way out for this F11 men's discus classification for the most severely visually impaired Paralympic athletes, all of whom are coming out with guides. A competitive event as well. This men's discus throw competition took place yesterday. It's one of the victory ceremonies held over from yesterday.
Who is accompanied by Mr. Peter King, London 2012 Athletes Committee. Ladies and gentlemen, the bronze medalist representing Austria, Bill Marinkovic.
Ushered forward by his guide, Bill Marinkovic of Austria takes the bronze, both arms in the air, waving to the crowd, waving to his supporters just down to my left and savouring his moment as a Paralympic bronze medalist. While he's presented with his flowers, by the way, the temperature gauge has come back on the side of the track. It now says 24 degrees Celsius in the East London sunshine. Marinkovic turns and waves to all sides of the stadium.
The silver medalist representing Ukraine, Vasyl Lishchinsky.
Vasyl Lishchinsky of the Ukraine is the silver medalist. Ukraine tracksuits, very bold, a bright, almost aqua blue turquoisey colour with yellow sleeves. And Lishchinsky waves to the crowd as well as he receives his silver medal.
And ladies and gentlemen, the gold medalist and Paralympic champion representing Spain, David Casino.
And David Casino, who we saw take part in the shot put earlier on today, finished out of the medals in that event, but he's on top of the podium in the men's F11 discus. David Casino takes the gold for Spain. His red tracksuit has the word España written in yellow letters right across his chest. Kisses the medal, waves to the crowd, receives his bouquet of flowers and his handshake from Peter Keane, part of the London 2012 Athletes Committee, and takes the acclaim. The Paralympic champion in the men's F11 discus is David Casino.
Will those who are able please stand for the national anthem of Spain? Ladies and gentlemen, your Paralympic medalists.
So for the first time today, the Spanish national anthem played out here at the Olympic Stadium. The guides now walk forward from the back of the purple podium to gather all 3 athletes together for their photographs.
Well, just
2
about the whole
victory
stadium
ceremonies
is
to come.
bathed in sunshine here today.
The F11, F12
Two more
shot
victory
put,
ceremonies to come.
which was our first event to get underway today, and then it'll be the men's 5,000 metres T54.
Earlier. And then we have a victory ceremony from yesterday evening, the great 5,000 metres, and David Weir, the gold medalist. Now I've got a bit of good news for you. Overnight, Great Britain had accumulated 15 gold, 24 silver and 14 bronze medals to take us to second place in the medals table behind China. China certainly in the lead. They've got a total of 91 medals in total. Great Britain have 54 medals in total. We do seem to be creeping further and further away at the moment from both Russia and Australia. Well, in fact, we've now, we're winning so many medals, it looks as though we've won 56 medals in total. But the good news from Greenwich is that Natasha Baker has won a second gold medal, this time in the freestyle dressage.
So from athletics to dressage in the blink of an eye. Paul Dickinson there.
Great Britain, of
our
course,
stadium commentators just updating
in the medals table after
on the Paralympics GB team's progress
to the
across at Greenwich,
China.
a few miles away from here.
So it's almost a repeat of that at the moment, but certainly Great Britain well on their way to beating their target of the last
So the time now is 8 minutes to 1 at lunchtime on this Monday afternoon. If you are leaving us at any point in the near future,
medals in total.
hope you've enjoyed our audio description service for you throughout this morning session. If you are here for any of the further sessions of athletics, then of course this once again will be provided to you either by myself or my colleague Steve True. If you're here this evening, I'm afraid you're lumbered with me again. If you're here tomorrow, I'm afraid you're lumbered with me again. Been fantastic to be here and to hear the roar of spectators, particularly for the Great Britain athletes, of course. That's when the noise is at its peak. But just to be part of this fantastic Paralympic Games has been very memorable over the last couple of hours, and plenty more excitement to come in the further sessions of athletics that we've got as the sting goes off for our next victory ceremony.
The victory ceremony for the men's shot put, F11 and F12.
That's what it says on the tin. It's the F11, F12 shot put for men, which took place first thing this morning here in the stadium. And once more, the three medalists will come out to the podium with their guides. And we saw a notable throw, a European record throw from Andrei Holivets of the Ukraine to win this classification. Athletes from the Ukraine, from Russia and from Australia will adorn the podium for this particular presentation.
The medals today will be presented by Mr. Chris Cohen, CBE, member of the Paralympic Order, who is accompanied by Mr. Octavio Londono, President of the Americas Paralympic Committee. Ladies and gentlemen, the bronze medalist representing Australia, Russell Short.
Good reception for the Australian competitor, who waves to the crowd, having been helped towards his position by his guide, who then reverses back down the ramp and takes his position back close to the track as the medal and the flowers are presented. And was sense now wishing to take away from this particular ceremony the anticipation building for the next ceremony which will come. But it's the men's shot putters from the F11-12 visually impaired classification who are currently in the limelight.
Ladies and gentlemen, the silver medalist representing the Russian Federation, Vladimir Andriushenko.
So the Russian Federation to give them their full title, but the words across the front of Vladimir Andriushenko's tracksuit says Russia in red letters. His red and white tracksuit, and he gets the silver medal in his men's shot put.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the gold medalist and Paralympic champion, representing Ukraine, Andriy Holivets.
And a cool wave of the left arm from Andriy Holivets, the new European record holder, from his winning throw earlier on, which has given him the Paralympic gold, which is being placed around his neck now on top of the podium. Just down to my left-hand side. Ukraine, as I mentioned earlier, have had a good games. They're fourth in the medal table, I think I'm right in saying. Maybe it was fifth. Fourth, indeed, yes, just ahead of Brazil and just behind Great Britain in the medal table. 10 medals, this Ukraine's third gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
of this Paralympic athletics.
Those who are able, please stand for the national anthem of Ukraine.
Barely a breath of wind in the stadium now. Away to our left, those three flags of the respective gold, silver and bronze winning countries. Ukraine, the Russian Federation and Australia hanging pretty limp from those three flagpoles. The important thing as far as Andriy Holivets is concerned is that it's the Ukraine blue and yellow flag which is flying the highest of those three flagpoles. Just away to my left. All three finalists link arms, as we've seen many times. Congratulations to all of them. A hard-fought men's shot put competition from this morning. So one more event to go of this morning's session, and it will be the victory ceremony for Paralympics GB's David Weir from his men's 5,000 metre T54 gold medal win from last night. Anyone who was here will tell you it was a spectacular night. Not just that event, loads of spectacular athletics.